Happy Saturday, guys. Today's home workout, we got an AMRAP 20 of strict pull-ups, ring dips, air squats, strict pull-ups again, and then front squats at the end. This workout today is more of a slow 60 to 70% pace style workout to really build strength today in our gymnastics movements and also in our full body strength for our legs as well with that weightlifting component at the end. Now, a lot of these movements, guys, you might not have the equipment, which is okay. We can do a lot of progressions here, different scaling options we can use. Strict pull-ups today, obviously you don't need a bar for this, or a pull-up bar to use for today. So if you have towel, like a strong sturdy towels, you can attach it to your door frame and use that as a pull-up rig as well. Make sure you check up some online for DIYs on how to make that. After that, those ring dips, guys, you can always use chairs or anything to kind of get yourself into that ring dip position. You don't have to have rings. Air squats, no equipment needed. Front squats at the end, they're meant to be really heavy, so the 6 reps here at 185 and 125 for the ladies there. If you don't have a barbell, again, let's try to find an odd object in our home that's we're comfortable with lifting up to our shoulder height, so kind of getting it up to our front rack area, loading it in the front position so that we can mimic that front squat. Now again, that object, make sure it's something that's comfortable and safe that you can do and get into your front rack position. If you have like a sandbag or even like a bag, a dirt bag or anything like that, you can also grab that as well. You're gonna hold it in a bear hug position or over the shoulder. You can do that to make it challenging and mimic that front squat position or that intent of being heavy front squats for today. So bodyweight gymnastics, going nice and slow here, guys. Front squats, really finding full body tension instead of isolating those upper body muscles there to do the movement. This is a workout where it should take you about 2 minutes and 30 seconds per round approximately. So you're not busting out 10, 20 rounds here. It should be a nice slow style workout, but it's slow because it's challenging, okay? Not because you're choosing to go slow, it's because it's challenging, that's why you're going slow. After you finish that workout, guys, you got a quick afterburner alternating Tabata, 4 minutes of leg lifts over the object. After you finish that 20 seconds of work there, 10-second rest, then you're going 20 seconds of hollow runs. 10-second rest, then you're going back to those leg lifts again. So you're doing those movements each 4 times to make 8 rounds total, and you're going for 4 minutes of work here, guys. So real short, buster for that core. We've done those alternating leg lifts over the object this week. We're gonna challenge it a little bit more with that hollow rock as well combined with it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's WOD and afterburner. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up. All right, guys, we're here for the warm-up. So we're gonna start off with an active lat stretch. So get you guys just coming down to the floor. Probably done this one before in class. We're gonna reach the opposite corner of our body there, and we're gonna push our lat down to the floor, so in the opposite direction of our hand. And as we're here, I want you guys to kind of pull that shoulder blade in and then push that shoulder blade away as you're doing that stretch. It's gonna go 60 seconds, just alternate between those 2 positions, trying to lengthen the lat as much as you can and trying to get some activation in that scap. Once you're done 60 seconds on one side, repeat on the same on the opposite side. Then we're gonna go into our warm-up, which is 10 down to 2 of reps for plank scap retractions, Bulgarian squats, and strict overhead press. So for the plank scap retractions, guys, you're gonna get into that plank off your forearms. Stay nice and static, core tucked in. We're gonna drop those shoulders in, so we're gonna let those shoulders kind of sink down. And then we're gonna push those shoulder blades away as much as we can and separate them on our mid-back. And as we're doing this, guys, we don't wanna let our hips sag, so make sure you're keeping that core tight. You wanna move just through those shoulder blades. Another way to think about that, guys, when you're on the ground, think about pushing your forearms into the floor as you're pushing away and then getting relaxed in those shoulder blades as you're coming down. Just make sure you're in that nice plank. We're gonna be doing 10 reps to start off. Then we're gonna go into some Bulgarian squats. We're We're gonna go for 10 per side here. So with those Bulgarian squats, find an object where you can elevate that one foot. From there, we're gonna bend at the knee, trying to keep ourselves as tall as possible, and making sure that when we're coming down that we have our weight in our midfoot, so we're not getting onto that toe, we're nice and planted. Then we're gonna drive straight up. So be careful you guys are not dropping your chest over. Try to stay as tall as possible as you're coming down and back up. 10 reps on one side, then 10 on the opposite. Then we're gonna go into some strict press. So grab an object, we're gonna go 10 reps on the one side, keep this nice and slow. I like to keep the descent nice and slow as I'm coming down, so I'm gonna press it up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then keep that elbow in as I'm descending that weight down to my shoulder. And again, reset, make sure everything's nice and tight, and again, press straight overhead. Another good cue is to think about kind of keeping that bicep close to the ear as you're overhead, stay nice and locked out. Also, don't forget, squeeze the shoulder blades at the top every single rep. I'm trying to get that activation. So once you're done 10 reps, repeat. You're gonna go 8, 6, 4, and then all the way down to 2. Once you're done, we'll see you guys next for the workout movements.
Start off with a bent over row. So in that bent over row, feet are hip width apart, knees are perpendicular. Don't round your back, so flat back. If you're feeling tight, maybe you're up a little bit more, that's fine. If possible, drop down. From here, you're gonna row that bar, in my case, as close as you can to the body. So if I had a single object, I'm still thinking about nice and tight with my elbows, not to the body, but the back, to allow me to mimic that tight bar path that I can get with a PC pipe or bar.
Dips now. You guys can use that implement for your dip as well. So if you're off chairs, you can do dips from there. Another common item would probably be a couch. So you can do it off the end of your couch. Pretend this is the edge of my couch here. I'm gonna keep my feet out, knees slightly bent. Keep the elbows in as I dip down and press straight up. You can do these dips right off the edge of your couch there if you don't have anything to do your dips from. Going into those air squats next. So air squats here, guys. Big thing, keep that chest tall. I like to kind of keep my hands out in front of me so that when I'm getting tired, I'm not looking down as I'm squatting. So I know some of you, when you get tired, hands kind of flop to the sides or in front of you and you're looking down. Try to keep those hands up a little bit taller and look straight ahead to keep that chest tall, and also to allow you to keep your weight more distributed towards that mid-foot and the heel. So again, as opposed to doing this, guys, let's try to keep our hands up and try to stay on that mid-foot to heel more as we're coming down our squat and coming up from our front squats. So for those front squats, guys, we're gonna keep that weight on that front rack position. So we're gonna really pull our elbows up, flare those lats out so we can stay nice and tight here. Make sure you're in your squatting stance. Again, you can go single arm there, or you can go with that one object right in the middle. We're gonna come all the way down, keeping those knees out, chest nice and tall. Make sure that weight is distributed evenly amongst the full foot, and then drive straight up. As we stand up, think about driving up with those elbows as you come out of the bottom of the squat. So,
Okay, let's go over the afterburner today. As mentioned on the whiteboard, it's really to get a double workout today, guys. It's Tabata again, so you're alternating movements, going for 8 rounds. Okay, so it's gonna be a 4-minute workout. Okay, so it's a short one, so make sure you find the right progression that is intense enough for you. Okay, the legless over an object, I'm gonna use a ball. I'm gonna start by progressing from my elbows. If I'm on my elbows, I'm trying to push my belly button into the floor to work toward that hollow position. Raise my legs over my object. Again, raising my legs over the object. As I get going, I'm trying to keep my core engaged. Now, this movement you're using a little bit more of your hip flexors, but leaning back, you're not gonna really find them as much. So if it's available to you, try to progress. From the elbows, you can go to the hands as as long as you're trying to work to that hollow position, okay? If the hands are available to you, lock those arms up and bring your hands by your hips. Okay, same thing. Now I'm starting to, I can feel my hip flexors, I'm using them a little more. If you want to progress a little bit further, you bring your hands forward. So you can start reaching toward, or walking the hands towards your knees, even further, guys. Big thing I find is I try to push into the floor as I'm kind of turning my palms into the floor. So I turn my palms into the floor, I push my belly button into the back, so I'm getting that hollow position. From there, I'm gonna go side to side. Common movement is to go on the fingertips. That's fine, but if possible, work towards on the flats. Okay. 20 seconds of that. Then after the 20 seconds, your hollow rock. You are going to rock back and forth. So find the right progression again. I'm going to get you guys starting off in that dead bug position, but your shoulders are off the floor. You can grab your legs. Try not to kick your legs like I just did, so it's not a kick. Okay? Think about flexing your abs, relax. Flex your abs, relax. Flex, relax. So that's what creates the rocking. If that's available, if that's possible and manageable for you, let go of your legs. And then next progression is, can I lower my legs to the right height without swinging my legs? If your legs are fairly low, you can go to the side. Okay? If you want to go overhead, you can. Once it's overhead, you can use the tension in your shoulders to rock faster by really pushing down to the floor with your arms, which creates a little momentum. Keep those arms straight though. So you're doing 20 seconds of your hollow rocks before you start round number 2. It's 8 rounds total, so 4 minutes of work today for that afterburner. Have fun with this one. It's gonna warm up that midsection, get you guys going for the day, okay? See you tomorrow in the workout.